Hello, welcome to the class of HTML5 programming. So today we are going to discuss about how to configure the list markers. So here I have designed this program to configure this list marker. So in previous lectures we have discussed about the unordered and the ordered list, how to configure these unordered and ordered list. So now we are configuring the list markers with this ordered and unordered list. So here in this program, in the head section, I have configured the style element. So in style element, I have added this navigation selectors. So come up to the body section. Here I have declared this unordered list. So to declare this unordered list, I make this navigation structural element, and in this element I declared the unordered list element, and with that I have declared this list, and with list I have also used this anchor element to add the link to this particular list. So same way I have declared 4 list elements. So to add the list markers to these unordered list, here I have used some properties. So the first property which I have used here is named as list style type property. Here this property is used to configure the markers for an unordered and the ordered list. So the value of this is configured as none, disk, circle, square, decimal, lower alpha, upper alpha, or the lower Roman. So let's see how it is configured here in the program. Say I've used the navigation and navy UL for the unordered list, and this is the selector, and in this selector I have declared the property list style type, and its value is given as upper alpha. So let's see how it will be displayed in the browser. Remove this part from here. Now save the program and go to run. Click here, run, launch in Chrome. So you can see here it will display like this. So see here, these list markers are displayed as upper alpha. So if I have here, I have written it as lower alpha, and now I save the program, and let's see the changes that will occur here. So refresh the browser, you can see that the letters come to the small letters, the capital letters changes to the small letters. Now if you want to change it to the another style, like if you want to add here the style as square style, SQR, so write here square and save it and refresh it, so it will change to the square mark. So this is the property named as list style type, which is used to configure the marker styles. So if you will configure this for the ordered list, for that you have to write here OL. Where we have write UL, here you have to write the OL, and same way you have to configure here OL element. After that, now we are going to discuss the next property, which is the list style image property. So we can also use here the list style image property, which is used to configure an image as the marker in an ordered and unordered list. So if you want to add the image at this list marker place, for that you have to use this list style image property, which will configure as, you have to write list style image. Here you have to write image, then you have to change, here you have to give URL, and then you have to give the name of the image. So you have to give the name. So after configuring the image to the list style, next is we are going to discuss about the next property, which is the text decoration property. So remove this from here. Now add here the same property, that is list style type, and write here the type, that is square. Next property we are going to discuss about is that I want to remove the style or the decoration from this list. Like here they are underlined, I want to remove this underline. For that you have to declare here next selector, that is navigation, and here you have to write here li, because we want to add the text decoration to the list part. Here give it the name as text decoration, property name text decoration, and here use the colon mark. Now write here the value for the text decoration. So here this text decoration is used to modify the display of a text in browser. Mostly this property is used to remove underline from the hyperlink. For that you have to write here none. And now save the program and refresh the browser, and you can see here the changes which will occur here. So refresh it. Sorry, the properties, here you have to write the A, because you want to remove the underline from the anchor element. So save it and now refresh it. So you can see here the underline mark will remove here from this anchor element. So next off is how to configure the display property. So next of all we are going to discuss about the another property. So this is all about these two properties, that is list style type, how to style the list markers, and the text decoration property. So the next we are going to discuss about the next property, that is the display property. So here the display property is used to configure the style of display of an element on a web page or a browser. So here this display property have the four values like none, inline, block, and inline block. So in this program I have designed the style element, and with style element I declared the color for the paragraph. So here the color for the paragraph is blue, and then I have declared the four classes. So here the first class is .ex1, and here in declaration part I declared it the display property, which is declared as display, then colon, then you have to write the value. So here the first value is none. After that in next class I declare its value inline. In third class I declare its value block, and in fourth class I declare the value of display property as inline block. So now coming to the body section, here I have declared this display property as, first of all I have write the heading element h1, then use the heading element, this heading element, and with that I have write the division structure element, and in between structure element I use this paragraph element. In paragraph opening tag I have used this class and class name. So class is equals to the first class name, that is ex1. Same way the others are other displays are, or the division structure elements are declared. Here I have used the class name as ex2, here the class name as ex3, and in last I have used the class name as ex4, and with that I have added this paragraph. So now let's see how it will be displayed in the browser. For that you have to go to run and then launch in Chrome. So here you can see the changes or the way how the browser display this code. So in the first class we have used the display property. The value of display property is none. So you can see that here in paragraph we have used the Telcoma Technologies Private Limited in this paragraph. So we want to display this paragraph. So here the value is none, so it doesn't display this particular line here in this browser. So because the value of display property is none. So coming to the next part. So here in none value the element will not displayed. So coming to the next class where we have declared the display property as inline. So here in this inline property you can see in the browser it display this particular line in blue mark with the other sentence. So in this inline value, the element will display as an inline element in the same line as surrounded text or the element. So it will be surrounded by the another text, or it will be in the same line with the other text. So this is how the display property with the value inline will display in the browser. The next we are going to discuss about the display 3, where we have used the class name as ex3, the third class name, where we have used the value as block. So here in this value you can see how it will be displayed in the browser. So this particular line will display as the block, and the another line will start from the next margin. So here in this block value, the element will display as a block element with a margin above and below. So you can see that here it have a margin, the above and below with this line, and the line is in the blue color. After that, the last one, we have declared the class with the value as inline block. So here in inline block value, we have here you can see that how it will display in browser with display 4. You can see here with this inline block value, the element will display as an inline display element but with a margin above and below. So here the two property will combine, that is inline property and the block property. So inline property will come with the same line surrounded by the other another text, and with the block property it have a margin above and below the line. So this is how the display property values will display in the browser. So the display property have the 4 values, that is none, inline block and inline block. We can also use this display property to configure the navigation element in the horizontal view. So this is all about the list style type properties and the display property in HTML. Thank you.